Rebound, Lindsay now takes this one into the paint. Spin move all the way to the bucket. Tried to drop it off underneath into the hands of Brooke Hallman for the Tigers. Auburn works it ahead, 6:47. Long pass ahead to Soraya. Stop. Goes up for the layup. No good. And a rebound to Destiny Johnson. Johnson with it for the Red Devils. Gives this one off to Deloney. 5-point lead for the Auburn Tigers. Left-handed dribble all the way down the lane. Put it up on Christiana Ware and a walk. Deloney thought she got fouled. Ware stayed straight up. No call was given. And Deloney called for the travel. 6:33 left to go in the third quarter. Hallman will call out some instructions for her teammates. Now we'll walk this one up. Right-handed dribble past half court. Get it past half court. Now they do. Hallman will go to the right side. Give it to Tate Pearson on the right wing. Pearson with it above her head. Feeds Soraya inside. Spin move to the bucket. Left-handed layup is good. Double digits for Soraya. 36-29 is your score. 6:09 left to go third quarter. Big, important game for area implications for these teams. Jabria Lindsay down the lane. Blocked out of there by Soraya, but they'll get a foul. 2 on Soraya for the day. And a 7-point lead for the blue and white. Lindsay holds it in her hand, spins up the first free throw. No good, short off the front iron. Daly Alsobrook into the game for the Auburn Tigers. Christiana Ware out. Auburn will go guard heavy here. Tate Pearson probably going to be called upon here to play a couple of minutes down low. Lindsay puts up the free throw, bounces around and in. Jabria Lindsay with 11 on the evening. A 6-point lead for the Tigers. Now the Devils will press. Auburn breaks it. Soraya down the lane, gives it to Leah Tolles. Tolles put it up. No good on the shot, and they'll say out of bounds, I believe, on Destiny Johnson. Yes, it is. That'll go back to Auburn. 5:51 left to go. Tolles took that down the lane, had it blocked. Destiny Johnson was able to run that one down, but I think she had her foot on the line as she was falling out. Pearson underneath looking to inbound this for the Tigers. Christiana Ware back into the ballgame. She'll get Leah Tolles out of there. So Auburn will not go with the guard-heavy lineup here. Tate Pearson has it. Looking, holds it on her hip. Now gets this one in. Soraya right there at the bucket, puts it up and in. 13 for Soraya and an 8-point lead for the Tigers. 5:42 left to go in the third quarter. Lindsay runs this one ahead with the left hand. Working on Soraya. Daniels now gets a screen from Todd down the right side of the lane. Uses the hand to get free. She lost it into the hands of Griggs for the Devils. 5:30 left to go third quarter. Lindsay has it. Right wing extended. Puts up a 3-ball. No good. Rebound to Soraya Daniels. Daniels on the run for the Auburn Tigers. 3-on-2 fast break. She lost it, and that'll go back to Jabria Lindsay for the Devils. Now Central on the break. Lindsay down the left side of the lane past everybody. Put that one up in the air. Hard fall over there by Lindsay. Hallman. Christiana Ware had blocked the shot and ended up on the floor as well. 5:14 left to go. Jabria Lindsay will go to the free throw line. Believe they'll get that on Brooke Hallman. Hallman, her second of the ball game. 38-30 is your score. Auburn on top. Trying to keep pace in the area. First free throw up and good by Jabria Lindsay. She's got 12 on the evening. And again, Jabria Lindsay just one of the best scorers in the area right now, if not the best. She puts up the free throw and in. 14 for Lindsay. Hallman has it, gives this one to Pearson. Pearson shoots this back across court. Now a pass underneath to Christiana Ware. They're fighting over that one. A jump ball. Arrow will give it back to the Tigers. I think Hallman was actually looking for Soraya at midcourt. Went over her head into the hands of Christiana Ware, who fought for that with Danica Todd. 5:05 left to go in the third quarter. 6-point lead for Auburn. Soraya has it in the corner. Gives this one to Brooke. Right wing extended. Had it over her head. Lost it. Got it back. Now working on Deloney. Now left-handed dribble. Takes this one back. Gets a screen from Tate Pearson. Inside to Soraya Daniels at the free throw line. Daniels between the legs dribble. Step back. 2 in the air. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. That's going to go out of bounds, I think, on Auburn. Yes, and that'll go back to Central. A great shot that time for Soraya, kind of fading away over a defender. It would have been a really great shot if she could have gotten to go home. Hallman, Alsobrook, Daniels, Tolles, and Morgan in the game for the Auburn Tigers, who will press in the backcourt. Lindsay has it. Crossover dribble. Works it ahead. Pass Soraya Daniels. Pass Tolles. Pass Hallman. All the way to the bucket. Put it up on Morgan. No good, but a foul. She is so impressive moving through traffic. And Lindsay will get to the free throw line. Lindsay, a bigger guard for this team, but A good shot, a really good driver of the basketball as the free throw goes home. 15 points for Jabria Lindsay on the evening. 5-point lead for the Tigers. Lindsay spins it up there and in. 16 for Jabria Lindsay. 4-point lead for Auburn. Tolles has it in the backcourt, advances this one ahead to Hallman. Hallman has it with the right hand, runs it ahead now into the corner. Also, Brooke thought about the three. No. Now we'll get it back out to Brooke. Hallman, a three in the air. No good off the rim. Rebound fought for. Antoinette Morgan almost had it, but into the hands of Central. Deloney runs this one ahead, left-handed dribble now across over at half court. Takes it to the left wing, all the way home. And a steal by Antoinette Morgan. Oh, a nice job by Morgan to get her mitts on that one. Excuse me, Antoinette. 4:10 left to go, 38-34 lead for the Tigers. Leah Tolles, oh, she steps into a three, no good. And rebound to Jabria Lindsay. Lindsay out ahead of the break, running with Soraya Daniels, takes it all the way in, and the layup is good. Soraya Daniels right there on her like glue, just couldn't get the shot blocked. Soraya up ahead, now to Daly. Three ball in the air, bouncing around on the rim, no rebound underneath two. Deloney, Central can tie or take the lead. Lindsay has it, right wing, now down the right side of the lane, puts up the layup, and good. There's just no answer for Jabria Lindsay right now by this Auburn Tiger squad. 38-38, 8-0 run for Central. Auburn needs a bucket. And a timeout by Courtney Pritchett. Jabria Lindsay, 18 points for the senior guard. She has been electric here in these last 2 minutes. We need to take a break. 30 seconds on the Auburn High School Sports Network. We'll come right back to give you the second half of this third period right after these messages on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. (38-38) your score between Auburn and Central. Oh, a good one brewing as we come into the final moments of the third quarter. 3.5 minutes left to go before the fourth quarter gets going. Tate Pearson, Daly Alsobrook, Soraya Daniels, Brooke Hallman, and Christiana Ware in the ball game. For Central, it's been Jabria Lindsay, and it has been her in a big way. 18 points for the senior guard, the same amount she put up against Auburn last time out. She's looking to extend that point total here. But here is Soraya Daniels for the Tigers. Daniels down the left side of the lane, put up the layup. Good, got her own rebound, went back up. No good, but a foul. Soraya keeping her team, trying to keep her team out in front here with a couple of free throws. Daniels will get a pair at the line. First free throw in the air and good. Soraya knocks it down. Auburn back in the lead. 39-38, Auburn on top of Central. Free throw in the air, no good by Soraya. Now back to Central. Central down the right side of the lane. Lindsay all the way to the bucket again. Just no stopping Jabria Lindsay right now. Down the right side of the lane, 20 points for Lindsay. Into the corner for Auburn, now down one. Gives this one back to Pearson. Pearson on the right wing, drives around a defender, now gives this one inside to Christiana Ware. Ware goes up for two and scores! There you go, Christiana. Auburn back out in front. Central has it, working this one ahead. Deloney throws it over to the right side. That goes over Lindsay's head. 41-40, Auburn on top. The Central Red Devils inside Auburn High School gymnasium. Gonna need a big play from a couple of offensive-minded players down the stretch here as Tate Pearson, Brooke Hallman, Daly Alsobrook, Soraya Daniels, and Christiana Ware are in the ball game now. Now I think we're gonna get a stoppage in play. Courtney Pritchett will come out, will bring a towel. I think they're gonna get some sweat popped up or something. Tell you what, while they do that, in the studio, Trey is our studio engineers. Trey, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Adventurer, coach, chef, teacher, audience, superhero. If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. And it's nearly impossible to keep everyone else full of joy if you're feeling empty. At Boys Town,
Checking in for the Tigers, number 2, Christiana Ware. Foul against the Tigers. Going to the line for the Devils is number 10, Garrett Briggs for 3 shots. Checking in for the Red Devils, number 54, Jameer McLeod. Timeout, Tigers. This is a 30-second timeout.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Checking in for the Tigers is number 22, Tate Pearson. Foul against the Devils. Going to the line for the Tigers is number 2, Christiana Ware for 2 shots. Check that 1-1. Timeout, Tigers. This is a full timeout. Foul against the Red Devils, going to the line for the Tigers is number 3, Soraya Daniels, for 2 shots. Foul against the Red Devils, going to the line for the Tigers is number 15, Danny also broke for 2 shots. Foul against the Red Devils, going to the line for the Tigers is number 23, Brooke Hallman, for 2 shots. Timeout Central. This timeout is a full timeout.
free, it's confidential, it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And even if it feels like it, you're not alone.
Hello and welcome to AH's Game Break. I'm your host, Max Mesman. I'm joined by co-hosts Cal Floyd, Levi Benefield, and Noel Garris. And what a game there. We've had two great games coming towards the end. And we're just getting started because our last game is the big one, the varsity men's game. But let's talk about this women's one for a second. Auburn getting the win 74-68 over a number 8 team, ranked team. I think that's their first ranked win of the season over Central, who actually absolutely throttled them last time, won by 30 at home. But now let's move on to the big one, the varsity men's game. What are some keys to the game for this Auburn team for them to get a win tonight and clinch a share at least of the area title?
Well, Auburn's ability to rack up blocks and steals and their stingy defense can almost annoy a team into making bad decisions and can lead to chaos that Auburn thrives off of.
And on offense, Auburn is able to make a living off of those bad decisions with fast break points and open three-point shots that they are able to make when the defense is scrambling.
And we talked earlier about Auburn being undefeated at home, and trust me, they do not want their first loss at home to be against their rivals this late in the season. So you can expect these Tigers to come out ready to go on tonight, and they will be backed by what should be a huge and loud crowd.
And with that, we move into our player profiles where we each highlight one player that will be crucial tonight for the Tigers. Who do y'all have as y'all's player profiles tonight for the Auburn Tigers matchup against Central?
So last time, I believe, for the women's team, I picked number 1, and this time on the men's team, I'm picking number 2, Adam Gonia. He is a junior on point guard, and he is one of Auburn's, best catch-and-shoot players, and he is a big part of that lethal perimeter shooting that we've talked about with the Tigers, and I'm really looking forward to see his performance.
For me, I have number 13, Jeremiah Bowman. He's also a junior, and he's a small forward. He's a great spot-up shooter for his size.
Mm-hmm. And I got to go with number 22, Landon Grubbs. He's a junior center, and he was a great defensive end for Auburn football this season and uses that strength and quickness in the post to get what he wants and rack up the points and boards. Really athletic player.
And that'll do it for H's Game Break, but don't go anywhere because coming up in a few minutes will be the tip-off of the varsity men's game brought to you by HS Mass Media. But from myself, as well as the rest of the crew here at HS Game Break, we hope you enjoy the varsity men's game, and we hope to see you back here for HS Halftime for some thoughts on the game.
Struggling with meth? Call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
My name is Carly. I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
So, I keep hearing how things are getting back to normal. Really? When am I back to normal? What is normal anyway? I can't even remember. Is this normal? Seriously? No. Was this ever normal? Please. I think this used to be normal. Then I figured out. Just stop it. So much has changed. No wonder nothing feels normal. But here I am, still standing. A brand new edition of me. This is no time to go back to anything. It's time to go forward and discover the new person I am now. I'm all in. For some great tips on finding your new normal, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org. You look familiar.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thoughts of suicide may feel impossible to overcome, but with help and support, you can find hope and meaning. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK to speak to a counselor, or visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org. It's free, it's confidential, it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And even if it feels like it, you're not alone.
When stress shows up, it can be hard to see. Maybe you can't sleep, or you feel sad and you don't know why. Or maybe it's worse, because stress can knock you down. It can hurt your health and your relationships. If you've lost a job, worry about your next meal, or have trouble making it through the day, we can help. Text STRESS to 211-211 to find a solution.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Auburn High School values sportsmanship and is committed to maintaining high standards of conduct for wholesome athletic competition. We ask all in attendance at tonight's game to make that your personal responsibility. Thank you for attending tonight's game, and again, welcome to Auburn High School. Best of luck to our guests from Phoenix City. Tonight, your Auburn High Tigers face off against the Central Red Devils. At this time, we would like to introduce the starters for the visiting Central Red Devils. Starting at number 1, guard, Wayne Billingsley. Starting at guard, number 2, Jacoby Hill. Starting at guard, number 5, Bryce Dawson. Starting at 4, number 12, Keon Burns. Starting at 4, number 22, Cam Coleman. Central is coached by Charles Burkett. And now it is time to meet your starters for your Auburn High Tigers. Starting at guard, 6'3", sophomore, number 12, Sabari. Starting at guard, 5'8", junior, number 2, Adam Yonia. Starting at 4, 6'4", junior, number 33, Griffin McLean. Starting at guard, 6'3", junior, number 24, Dash Thomas. Starting at guard, 5'9", senior, number 1, John Carr. Auburn is coached by Chris Grant, Scott Bagwell, David Ogle, Marcus Jackson, and George Chamberlain. Your Auburn High season record is 19-2. 2. Taking in for the Tigers is number 11, Trey Clinton. Number 3, Bradley Pearson. Number 22, Landon Grubbs. And number 5, Ryan Kim. Now against the Tigers going to the line for the Red Devils is number 2, Kobe Hill for 2 shots. Checking in for the Tigers is number 4, Jordan Franklin. Thunder for 2. Going to the line for the Devils is number 1, Gray Hensley, for 2 shots. Checking in for the Devils is number 4, Willie Townsend. Against Central, going to the line for the Tigers is number 1, Jakar, for 2 shots. Checking in for Central is number 5, Bryce Dawson, and number 14, Ty Morgan. And that is the end of the first quarter. Your score, your Auburn High Tigers 10, Central 15.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know, I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Checking in for the Tigers, number 2, Adam Droney. Checking in for the Tigers is number 24, Ash Thomas. Number 23, Solomon Fellows. Number 12, Tamari Allen. Against the Tigers, going to the line for Central is number 2, Kobe Hill, for 2 shots. Central. Going to the line for the Tigers is number 23, Solomon Fellows, for 1 shot. Checking in for the Tigers, number 55, Zion Fletcher. Hill for 2. Central going to the line for the Tigers is number 24, Dash Thomas, for 2 shots. Checking in for the Tigers is number 33, Griffin McLean. Thomas for 2. Checking in for the Tigers is number 2, Adam Gonia. Checking in for Central is number 20, Jonah Jones. Billingsley for 2. Foul against Central going to the line for the Tigers for 2 shots is number 24, Dash Thomas. Checking in for the Tigers is number 13, Jeremiah Bowman. Number 11, Trey Fletcher. And number 4, Julian Franklin. Checking in for Central is number 14, Ty Morgan. Checking in for the Tigers is number 3, Bradley Pearson. And that is the end of the first half. Your score, your Auburn High Tigers 20, Central 23.
Hello and welcome to HS Halftime. I'm your host, Max Mesman. I'm joined by co-hosts Taylor Gottney and Levi Benefield. And once again, another close game. We expected this from all of our games tonight, and this one is no doubt one of the closest and one of the most looked forward to games of the night. So, speaking of which, Auburn is leading 31-27 at halftime. What would you say are some takeaways from this first half for the Tigers, both positive and negative, and how do they win this second half?
I think Auburn has had great physical play. I mean, Central, we saw in Countdown that they're a great offensive team, and they just score at will, and Auburn has done a good job to minimize that and only allowed them to like 20-something points. So I think that has gone really well for Auburn. And I think Auburn has had really good ball movement, allowing open shots, like on the perimeter. They just haven't capitalized on those open looks from three. But they have a really good percentage shots like in the paint. So
yeah, well, I think they started the game off a little sloppy. They could maybe work on a little bit, but they really need to get more aggressive in the paint. They need to go up for those layups when they're open.
Yeah, and on the Red Devils side, I mean, you're coming into a hostile environment. You know, this stadium is packed. It was already packed for the JV game, and now coming into this one, like it's filled to the brim with Auburn fans and Central fans. How have they handled this first half so far, and how can they win this in the second half?
I think Central has actually done a very good job. I mean, they've allowed one of the best scoring teams in all the state of Alabama to less than 20 points. And that's like really hard to do, especially with this home crowd just backing Auburn up. And I think they've just played great offense, capitalizing on all their open looks. What they could do better is they could have a little bit more ball movement and not settle for contested threes against Auburn. But I think Central's done a really good job so far.
some negatives for Central is they're really letting Auburn score, and they really need to work on just stopping them. They're keeping a good lead, but they have to stop them from going in when they are.
And that's going to do it for H's halftime. I hope you all enjoyed, but don't go anywhere because coming up is the second half of the Auburn Central varsity men's game. But that'll do it from us at H's halftime. We hope you all enjoyed. Coming up, sorry, had get a little bit of chuckle out, but this is going to be your second half of Auburn versus Central. We'll see you back here for AHS final for some thoughts after the game.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know. I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
My name is Carly. I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Like, yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
I keep hearing how things are getting back to normal. Really? When am I back to normal? What is normal anyway? I can't even remember. Is this normal? Seriously? No. Was this ever normal? Please. I think this used to be normal. Then I figured out, just stop it. So much has changed. No wonder nothing feels normal. But here I am, still standing. A brand new edition of me. This is no time to go back to anything. It's time to go forward and discover the new person I am now. I'm all in. For some great tips on finding your new normal, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org. You look familiar.
When stress shows up, it can be hard to see. Maybe you can't sleep. Or you feel sad and you don't know why. Or maybe it's worse. Because stress can knock you down. It can hurt your health and your relationships. If you've lost a job, worry about your next meal, or have trouble making it through the day, we can help. Text STRESS to 211211 to find a solution.
As we get set for the second half action, Auburn High School values sportsmanship and is committed to maintaining high standards of conduct for wholesome athletic competition. We ask all in attendance at tonight's game to make that their personal responsibility. Thank you. Foul against the Tigers going to the line for Central is number 1, Quade Billingsley, for 2 shots. Foul against Central going to the line for the Tigers is number 1, Jakar, for 2 shots. That is a 30-second timeout. Hill, McKee. Checking in for the Tigers is number 3, Bradley Pearson, and number 5, Ryan Kim. Against the Tigers, going to the line for 2 shots is number 1, Craig Billingsley. Hill for three. Foul against Central, going to the line for the Tigers is number 5, Ryan Kim, for 2 shots. Checking in for the Tigers is number 4, Jordan Franklin. Checking in for Central is number 20, Jonah Jones. Checking in for Central is number 14, Ty Morgan. Foul against the Tigers, going to the line for Central is number 20, Jonah Jones. Checking in for Central is number 4, Willie Townsend. And number 12, Keon Burns. And then at the end of the third quarter, your score, Auburn High 35, Central 38.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know, I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Now against Central, going to the line for the Tigers for 2 shots is number 4, Jordan Franklin. Now against the Tigers, going to the line for Central for 2 shots is number 2, Jacoby Hill. Checking in for the Tigers is number 12, Tamari Allen, and number 33, Griffin McLean. 2. Foul against Central going to the line for 1-1 for the Tigers is number 33, Griffin McLean. Checking in for Central is number 22, Cam Coleman. Checking in for the Tigers is number 24, Dash Thomas, and number 5, Brian Kim. Checking in for Central is number 20, Jonah Jones. Checking in for Central is number 10, Amari Griffin. full timeout. Foul against Central, going to the line for the Tigers for 2 shots, number 24, Ash Thomas. Checking in for the Tigers is number 11, Trey Fletcher, and number 4, Jordan Franklin. Foul against the Tigers, going to the line for Central's number 1, Wade Billingsley, for 2 shots. Checking in for the Tigers is number 2, Adam Goldie. Timeout, Auburn. This is a full timeout. Fans, mark your calendar for the next home game for your Auburn High Tigers. It will be Friday, January 27th against the Opelika Bulldogs. This is senior night. Please come out to support our seniors and the Auburn High Tigers. Timeout Tigers. This is a 30-second timeout. Foul against the Tigers going to the line for Central for 2 shots is number 2, Jacoby Hill. Against the Tigers going to the line for 2 shots for Central, number 20, Jonah Jones. Checking in for the Tigers is number 2, Adam Godian, and number 3, Bradley Pearson. 10, Imari Rivers. And that is the end of regulation. Your score, Auburn High 55, Central 55. Now against Central, going to the line for the Tigers for one shot is number 1, Jakar. Checking in for the Tigers is number 4, Jordan Franklin. given player. Checking in for Central, number 4, Willie Townsend. Timeout, Tigers. This is a full timeout. Timeout, Auburn. This is a full timeout. Also checking in for the Tigers is number 4, Jordan Franklin. number 5, Bryce Dawson. Checking in for the Tigers is number 2, Adam Gonia. Against Central, going to the line for the Tigers is number 1, Japan. Second in for Central is number 1, Hugh Billingsley. Checking in for the Tigers, number 11, Trace Fletcher. Going to the line for the Tigers is number 1, Jakar, for 2 shots. team this evening. Please drive home safely and go Tigers!
Hello and welcome to AHS Final. I'm your host, Max Messon, and I'm joined by co-hosts Taylor Gottney and Levi Benefield. And boy, what a game, what a day. Auburn getting all 3 wins, 1 in JV, 1 in women's, and, of course, the varsity men's game that you just saw. 61-56 your final score between the Tigers and the Red Devils. And with that, Auburn clinches a share of the 7A Area 4 title. So if Opelika loses to Smith Station tonight, that means that they will host the area tournament this year. But that being said, what are some positive and negative takeaways that Auburn can take away from this going forward?
Auburn played with a lot of heart this game, and the centers played really good in the paint, just like shutting down everything Central was doing. And Jordan Franklin, I mean, he was the spark plug of this game. He led the comeback. And then the offense played pretty good in the paint. We didn't capitalize on three-pointers. But, I mean, Brian with that clutch 3 to tie the game in the fourth quarter. It was just an overall awesome game from Auburn.
Yeah, some negatives from Auburn where they allowed a little too many drives in the paint. I don't know what they were doing. They just weren't that aggressive. And on some offense negatives, they just weren't scoring threes when they needed to that were open.
Yeah, and I just got word, actually, that Opelika did beat Smith Station, so Auburn is currently tied with the Opelika for the lead in Area 4. Excuse me. They're not tied with them, but if Opelika wins out and Auburn happens to, lose a game, let's say Opelika next week on Friday, then they would share the area title and it'd come down to a coin flip. But that being said, let's look at Central. Now, Central, I mean, they came into a hostile environment. They knew what was up, and honestly, they played their hearts out. They forced it to overtime when it seemed like Auburn was kind of pulling away towards the end. But that being said, what can Central take away from this game, positively and negatively, looking forward into what will be a very exciting area tournament?
They were just really good at pressuring Auburn. I mean, they would play a press, they would pressure Auburn, and it would cause Auburn to take a lot of ill-advised shots that just weren't going in. And on offense, they drove by Auburn's guards almost every play. They were getting in the paint almost every play. They drained the three-pointer on that. Like they made it rain from three-point the whole game, and that just kept them in the lead until Auburn sparked that comeback.
Yeah, some negatives for Central is they really weren't having fast breaks. So Auburn was just scoring when they were still back there. And I think they really need to work on that, and they need to work on when they need to drive and when to shoot.
Yeah, and that's going to do it for AHS Final. I hope y'all enjoyed. This was a heck of an AHS game day today, if I do say so myself. But that being said, from Taylor Gottney, Levi Benefield, and myself, all of us at AHS Game Day crew and AHS Mass Media, we hope you enjoyed this AHS Mass Media presentation, and we hope to see you back here next Friday when Auburn, on senior night, takes on their rival Opelika right here on AHS Mass Media.